What if I told you Dark Souls 3 has to be the most balanced Souls-like game I have played so far? After playing Elden Ring and the original Dark Souls, I have come to the conclusion Dark Souls 3 is a masterpiece of fairness. It's a game that just doesn't challenge your reflexes, it also teaches you accountability. Now don't get me wrong, Elden Ring is a monumental achievement on its own, but for me there were moments of frustrations. Moments where even with nearly maxed out weapon, a boss was absorbing all the damage like a sponge. It sometimes felt like my time and effort weren't being rewarded. But Dark Souls 3 is different. The combat in Dark Souls 3 feels like a deadly dance where both partners are evenly matched. Even with an entry-level weapon, you feel like you can make a dent. The genius is in the balance. You and the boss are often dealing similar levels of lethal damage. This creates a beautiful, punishing clarity. When you die 99 times out of 100, you can't blame the game. You made a mistake. You got greedy. You mistimed a dodge. Dark Souls 3 instills a mindset of accountability. As a result, you don't get frustrated as often as you might have while playing Elden Ring. That feeling of ownership over your failures and by extension your successes, it's a mindset that honestly translates into real life. It teaches you to level up your own game and take accountability of your own mistakes. Now let's talk exploration. Elden Ring is the king of open world freedom thanks to torrent and abundant sites of grace. In the original Dark Souls, a brilliant but sometimes brutal interconnected world where you practically had to earn the right to fast travel. And you couldn't even do that until finishing the boss fight in Anor Londo. But Dark Souls 3 finds the perfect middle ground. It made Traversal very balanced. Warping between any bonfire from the start was a huge plus point. This quality of life change meant I could easily backtrack to areas I was too weak for before without it feeling like a chore. I got so addicted to this loop of exploration and powering up that I literally delayed making this video for a week. And I have to take a moment for the soundtracks in this game. It feels like I'm taken back to the 2010s every time I travel to Firelink Shrine, and every boss fight has really good ambience because the music enhances it. And they blend so well with each boss fight that they don't even feel distracting to the ears. Instead, they help me to focus more into the fight. So why isn't Dark Souls 3 talked about with the same reverence as Elden Ring? It is this streamlined, refined, and incredibly fun experience. As a casual player, I missed the peak of the Dark Souls trilogy, but I have a theory. Elden Ring was a perfect storm. It launched when people were still working remotely, with more time to dive into a massive world. Imagine if Dark Souls 3 had launched during that time. I genuinely believe it would have been just as popular, if not more. Elden Ring is still the best Souls-like game ever, but there's some magic in Dark Souls 3 that just makes me want to play it more and more. Dark Souls 3 walked so that Elden Ring could run, and that is absolutely fine. I like both games, but right now I think more and more people should play Dark Souls 3 and talk about it like they do about Elden Ring. All in all, it has been a really fun experience with Dark Souls 3, so if you have never played it or haven't touched it in years, I'm telling you, boot up Dark Souls 3. Experience this masterpiece for yourself. Just proceed with cautions because it's highly addictive, and trust me, it's the kind of addiction you want to have. Let me know what you think about everything I've said and where this game ranks for you. If you enjoyed this heartfelt take on this game, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. It really helps me out a ton. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And by the way, don't you dare go hollow, my friends.